What is the best teacher-student relationship? Copy, obey, or transcend? Buffett spent his life answering this question. From picking cigar butts to buying wonderful businesses, he not only learned Graham's methods, but ultimately surpassed him. This journey offers a lesson for all learners. Part E. The meeting in 1950. In 1950, 20-year-old Buffett entered Columbia Business School. His goal was to become a student of Benjamin Graham. Who was Graham? He was the father of value investing, author of Security Analysis, and The Intelligent Investor. These two books remain Bibles in the investment world today. By then, Graham was already in his 60s, a legend on Wall Street. He wanted to find a smart successor, and Buffett was that person. Buffett later recalled, "Graham not only taught me how to invest, but how to think. He made me understand that investing is not gambling, it's a science." Part 2. Graham's core teachings. Graham taught Buffett three core concepts. First, the Mr. Market theory. The market is like an emotional partner, sometimes optimistic with high quotes, sometimes pessimistic with low quotes. You must use him, not be used by him. Second, margin of safety. Buy at prices significantly below intrinsic value, leaving enough room for error. Even if your judgment is wrong, you won't suffer major losses. Third, the cigar butt strategy. Look for stocks abandoned by the market even if only the last puff remains. It's worth smoking. These three principles form the foundation of Buffett's early investing. Part 3. From imitation to questioning. But Buffett didn't stop there. He discovered limitations in Graham's cigar butt strategy. Some companies, though cheap, couldn't deliver good returns long term. Cheap stocks could get cheaper or go to zero. He began questioning, is there a better way? This questioning ultimately led him in a new direction, buying wonderful businesses instead of cheap stocks. Part 4. Muner's catalytic role. In 1959, Buffett met Charlie Munger. Munger changed his investment philosophy. Munger said, "It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price." These words struck like lightning, illuminating Buffett's path. He began re-examining his investment philosophy. See's Candies was the turning point. In 1972, Buffett acquired the company for $25 million. This wasn't a typical cigar butt transaction, it was an investment in a wonderful business. History proved this trade generated hundreds of times the return. The relationship between Buffett and Graham offers us three important insights. First, respect your teacher, but don't blindly follow. Buffett always respected Graham, calling him teacher, but he never blindly accepted all views. He thought independently and dared to question. This is the attitude true learners should have. Second, evolution is a continuous process. Buffett evolved from picking cigar butts to buying wonderful companies over decades. He didn't change overnight, he verified, corrected, and evolved through practice. Remember, learning is not instantaneous, it's a long-term process. Third, transcendence is the highest tribute to your teacher. Buffett ultimately surpassed Graham, but this wasn't rejecting his teacher, it was building upon what Graham taught. This is the best way to transmit knowledge. Finally, I want to say, everyone will have a Graham, a person who influences your life. But you must learn from them without becoming their copy. Forge your own path, that is the greatest respect to your teacher. Remember, the best student is not the one who copies the teacher, but the one who transcends the teacher. True learning is not copying your teacher's path, but understanding their thinking, then forging your own path. This is the true transmission of wisdom.